Hello, friends. Welcome to Channeling with Teresa. In this episode, we're going to hear from Sri Yukteswar, who is the guru of Paramahansa Yogananda. And he's going to talk about 3 keys to disciplining the mind. Now, we all know, perhaps at this point in our evolution, if we can control our mind, we can control our happiness, and we can solve all problems and be in God's bliss at all times. And this is our goal. And so let's hear from Sri Yukteswar on how to discipline our mind. I'm going to close my eyes and focus on him. And I invite you to do the same. Take in a nice deep breath. Sri Yukteswar, enter into our consciousness, into our hearts, into our minds. Help us to have the discipline that you have that leads us to eternal freedom. Yes, my friends, discipline is needed for freedom. One may think that it's the opposite, that freedom is doing whatever you want to do. But typically, that kind of freedom is doing whatever the ego wants to do. We're going to have a training on disciplining the mind. And the ego has been training you this lifetime and all of your other lifetimes on how to be in the ego. So we're not going to talk about that because the ego's done a mighty fine job on that. And we're going to talk about God consciousness. The first key to disciplining the mind is knowing at all times that God is the doer. You may have heard this before, but let's explore what this really means. What does it mean that God is the doer, and what does this mean for you? God is everything, and we're made in his image and likeness, so we are a part of that everything. And that everything that we are a part of is the creator of your life, of all your past lives, and all your future lives. He is the creator of everything. He's the creator of every thought that you have, every circumstance you find yourself in, every word you say. There's God. Embracing this concept is hard for the ego, but the soul knows this. The soul is the part of us that is untouched by anything, and the ego is touched by all of it and greatly disturbed and needs to defend itself and is very concerned about I, my, me, mine. And there you have it. That's the ego. The opposite of the ego is your higher self, your God consciousness. And this is where we want to be at all times. Hi, Teresa. I'm going to tell a little story. When Swami Kriyananda passed many years ago, I got a call from a friend who told me that this had happened, and she was quite upset. I'm sure I said some kind words to help her cheer up a little bit, and I hung up the phone. But I jumped up and started clapping my hands and jumping literally and saying, Swami, you did it. For we all knew that this was Swami's last incarnation that he needed to do. And he was going to be fully liberated at the end of his incarnation. And so I was very, very happy for this and happy for him. It happened to be Sunday, and I was leaving shortly to go to Sunday service at Swami Kriyananda's organization, Ananda. And I get in my car to drive there, wondering what the service will be like since when the founder had just made his transition. And I turn on my radio, and I had some recordings playing there. And the first thing I heard was Swami Kriyananda's voice saying, "Well done, Lord. Very well done." And then I heard him say to me, "And get that, Teresa. Get that God is the doer. Even at my passing, he's the one that did it all." And so I think that's important for me and for all of us to remember and to try to understand that in all circumstances, God is the doer. This is disciplining the mind to remember all the time God's doing it through us, through this vehicle, this body, of this mind that He created. We are not separate, though the ego may want to think so. So we must get the first key that God is the doer. How are we going to do this? How are we going to know and get to the place where we know that God is the doer and be in communion with Him? This may sound really simple, and it's something that you need to practice all of the time, and perhaps you do. But the second key is to always have your attention at your third eye, the point between the eyebrows. Simple to say, a little harder to remember to do all the time. What happens when we have our attention the spiritual eye? We take a breath. The energy starts to flow up our astral spine. We get aligned with our God consciousness. This is the power point, the place that we can be at one with God in our own body. This helps control and discipline the mind. Being at the third eye, it brings us into present moment consciousness. We can say that one of the keys is to be in the present moment. And the key of doing that is being at your third eye. They go hand in hand together. So let's just try this. Take your attention from wherever it is, from whatever thoughts you're having right now, and put them right here. You can even take your finger and touch your third eye to get your attention there. And instantly you'll take in a big breath. And you'll feel God's power flowing up your spine to that point. You'll feel more relaxed. You'll feel more at one with the doer. Easy thing to do. Little harder to remember to do it all the time with all the distractions there are in the world. But not impossible. And call on me, Sri Yukteswar, and I will help you to remember this. I will help you to achieve freedom through discipline, through your connection to the truth, through your alignment with God. The third key, remembering to do the first and the second. Remember, God is the doer, and remember to keep your attention on your third eye. These two things are your ticket to freedom. These two things, and the third, remembering to do it, will bring you into alignment with your God self and away from your ego self. This will solve all of your problems, my friends. Easy to do, easy to say. Just discipline your mind to constantly keep coming back and keep coming back and keep coming back to your centeredness, to your freedom in the omnipresence of all that is. Let's move now into a little guided exercise. Take in some nice deep breaths, and guess what? Put your attention on the point between the eyebrows, your third eye. Breathe. Breathe deeply. Feel the flow of energy rising up your spine to that point between the eyebrows. Affirm that God is the doer. You are his child. He's doing it. He's taking care of you. And another deep breath. Send your grounding cords deep into the earth below you. And in your mind's eye, I want you to see a beautiful scene of nature. There is a lake in front of you, and the moon is full, and the moonlight is shining and sparkling its ray onto the water in the lake. Such a beautiful scene. Now take this beautiful scene and turn it into an energy. All things are energy. So turn the scene into energy and take that scene and that energy and bring it up, 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 up your spine to your third eye and offer it to God at that point. Take a breath and feel your deeper connection with God. And now in front of you is a beautiful temple or church. And you walk inside it. And its structure and the artwork and the height of the ceiling and the columns everywhere is so beautiful. And you appreciate the effort that all of the artists put forth to create such beauty for God and for all the people visiting this beautiful temple. And you feel very inspired being in this beautiful place. And now take this beautiful scene and just turn it into energy as it is. And bring that energy up, up, up your spine, offering it up to your third eye and to God. And take a moment to see how you feel now when you give the beauty back to Him. And now you walk into your home and you look around. Though it may not be perfect, you know all of the energy and effort you've put into it to clean it, to maintain it, to use it in a way that provides for yourself and perhaps your family. And just look around and appreciate your home. And take that material structure and turn it into energy, for that's what it is. And take that energy and move it up, up, up your spine and offer it to God at the point between your eyebrows. Offer Him back the home that He has provided for you. And breathe. and feel that deeper connection to Him. For you are offering back something precious to you, to the doer of all. And now, in your mind's eye, go to a time when someone has given you a compliment. Hear that compliment and turn those words into energy. For those thoughts and words are energy, and your energy. And take that energy and move it up, up, up your spine to your third eye, and give it back to the doer of all. And feel the subtle, deeper connection that you have there. Feel the power flowing through your spine. Feel the love infusing all of you. Feel the peace and contentment. And now, in your mind's eye, go to a time when someone has said something not kind to you. Hear those words, and again, turn them into energy, for that's what they are. And move that energy up, 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 up your spine to the point between the eyebrows, and offer that also back to God. And breathe. And notice how that feels. All of it is God. Everything that happens to us is a part of Him. And we are a part of God. So it's all Him. This is freeing. So discipline your mind to do this throughout your day. Offer to God the good, the bad, the indifferent. And you will be on your way to disciplining your mind from getting pulled down into what the ego thought about what that person said to you, about what the ego thinks about your house, what the ego thinks about whatever work you have in front of you. Constantly give it all back to Him at your third eye. And now, keeping your focus on your third eye, we'll meditate silently together for a few minutes. And if a thought comes and takes your focus away from your meditation technique, take that thought, turn it into energy, and offer it up to the third eye and back to God. dear ones, as you go about your week, constantly remember the 3 keys. God is the doer. Always have your attention at your spiritual eye. And the third one is to remember to keep coming back, keep coming back, keep coming back. Come back to your oneness with all that is, your greatest joy. God bless you. Namaste. The spirit in me honors the spirit in you.